This is before I killed myself. No, I'm just playing. So ill, but I want to make this video and just cover several things. One is like it's funny how you can make a video, but like as soon as you start talking to the public or the camera or whatever, you start censoring yourself and speaking reason, justifying, trying to be objective and whatever. I think our private thoughts are so much more uncensored and more interesting and more poignant and shit like that. But I want to cover here and try and be uncensored and raw. What I mean is, and it's also like I don't want to project my own situation because I feel like everyone has their own situation. So it's like I don't want to sound cocky, I don't want to sound ungrateful because I know that or at least I strongly believe that your situation is made for you. So who am I to say what's truth? I guess truth is just what's for you. But it's hard, again, I want to jump into certain topics. I want to talk about the workforce, working in 2026, jobs in general, but it's so biased because from my perspective, I'm someone who more or less chose to go an academic route. I got college degrees and now I write books. So my perspective on the workforce is going to be so different than anyone else's, whatever you choose to do. But I wanted to say there's something about, and I'm just listening to what a lot of people are saying and shit, and it's I feel strongly I want to be if having employment works for you, that's fucking awesome. Enjoy it. But it's almost like team sports, or it's almost like certain hobbies and shit. Some people just don't work well with other people. They just work best solo. Some people just function best in society just staying out the way. And I think that's I'll probably title this video "Staying Out the Way" because that's kind of how I feel with a lot of shit. It's yeah, I could get involved with shit, but it's I'd rather just stay out the way and keep doing me. Because it's I'm just going to end up hurting people's feelings, annoying people. I mean, I'm someone who, if you give me a job, I've had many jobs. I really work well at any job I have. I give it the best. I follow protocol and all this shit. But what I'm trying to say is there's nothing. I don't think we should shame people for we shame people for not working what we expect them to work, the 40-hour work week, or if you have a job that's more. Honestly, with my books and shit, I work a fucking 2 full-time jobs and shit. That's how it feels. And it's I've had jobs, and people can attest to this, a lot of jobs is just standing around and just wasting time and shit. And I'm not saying that's bad, and some people need that shit. So again, it's subjective. I'm not putting anyone's job down. I'm not putting anyone's employment down, but it's just don't judge other people if it doesn't work for them, because some people they're not supposed to be working predictable shifts. Some people are not supposed to be I don't know, predictable is the word coming to me, but I'm not like that. I just get very bored with shit, and I'm I have no patience for shit, and I just want to tell people all right, do this, do that, and then just fucking go, leave. Do your work, and then do your work, then fuck off. That's kind of just the monkey mentality I have. But modern society, we need, of course, to have predictable jobs like TSA and fucking if you work at stocking Walmart or whatever the fuck you do. But personally, that shit never I don't know. I've gotten fired from a lot of jobs, I'll tell you that, for like disobedience and shit, because like people will try and tell me like you have to do it this way or that way, and if you don't, then, but it's like, you know, ego gets involved and shit. But I think we just need to be less harsh on people. Like, you know, there's so many homeless people. There's so many people who are basically homeless. They may not be homeless, like they're either living in their car or they're living, you know, in a small, they have a small like room or whatever. Like there's a lot of people who are barely, I think, like doing great. So like, again, if you have a standard or typical or traditional job and you're making good money, like great for you, but that doesn't also make you a better person. It just means like that's your destiny and it's fitted that way. It doesn't mean you work harder than other people. It doesn't mean that you're better than a homeless person or some shit. Like it just doesn't. It can, like, you can be better than whatever, but it's not by having that job that in and of itself makes you a better person and shit, if that makes sense. But yeah, work is such a prejudicial thing, and it's tough. Like just watch fucking videos of people in um I was gonna say, what's the proper term here? Developing nations and shit. People live like very rustically. I mean, we could go nation by nation here, but it's not easy to make like a living no matter what. And but it also is at the same time. That's kind of what I want to touch, is like water's fucking free, resources are free, fruit is growing, shit's growing. We have tractors, automatic tractors, and we have self-checkout, and we have a lot of technology that makes resources available, and that's a wonderful thing. But what I'm saying is like Mother Nature gives us a lot of resources. Like think about all the livestock that we eat, right? Like beef, chicken, whatever, pigs. We're slaughtering animals. Mind you, it takes work to for those systems to function, but I think fundamentally, like, let's not forget that we're taking lives of animals and eating them. So it's like nature is providing our resources and wealth. It's not necessarily other human beings, but like other human beings like to maybe trick like wealthier people, like lower class, less wealthier people, to think that they're so dependent and so needing of other people and higher ups is you know, labor and all that shit. It's like, not really. Like think about social media. We could fucking delete that shit and still be happy, and if that shit deletes, we could figure out new ways to connect. I mean, the internet will never probably die, but just nature provides so much, like all the electricity. Like if you're being like some person was like, oh, you're stealing electricity and shit. I'm like, stealing electricity? Like I don't believe in communism or socialism. I don't box myself in any of these ideologies, but like there's something to be said about, like, you know, we have fucking nuclear power plants, and we have wind turbines, and we have solar energy, and we have a ton of electricity and geothermal and water. We have so much electricity pumping into society that we don't need to petty one another and like accuse people of stealing electricity. It's like, that's also another point I want to talk here, is like we all have the same needs. We all have phones. We all want that shit charged. We all want a full belly at the end of the day. We all want intimacy. We all want work. We all want purpose. So before I make this video too long, let me just talk about relationships. That's another one. Like, I don't know how the fuck that shit is even sane. Like, I feel like people are just so fucking... Again, this is a topic where it's hard to talk about. I know my feelings, and I'll tell you them straight up. Like, It's hard to meet someone. It's hard, even though I'm a very nice person and I try my best to be a gentleman and be, I talk to people like humans. I don't talk to them like, I don't look at women as like I'm trying to get something from them and shit. And so, but of course, like, I do want a relationship and shit. I think that's only natural. I think it's only natural and normal. So what I'm saying here is, I don't want to project, because maybe like, but some people have it a lot easier than others. Some people get into relationships a lot easier. Some people settle into relationships they're not even really happy about. Some people cheat. Some people don't cheat. Some people, they have, what do they call it? Work, work wives and work husbands. But it's like, I don't even fucking know. Like, it's just hard. Relationships are hard, I think. Like, again, I'm projecting though, because I'm a solo worker. I make books. Like, I don't work side by side with people and shit. So it's not like I see the same people all the time and it's like you could build from there. But I guess, like, I think back on life and I'm like, well, I remember, like, in high school you see the same people all the time, so that was very facilitated. But in college, I remember that being horrible as far as dating and shit, because I feel like everyone had an ego and everyone was like, oh, well, there are so many options and shit. And then, you know, I didn't act great or as my best self in that regard. But I think it's like, who's to say? It's like they say have no regrets and shit, but it's like, it's kind of hard not to. But there's also, like, what's fascinating too is, like, you literally can just, like, wake up, go somewhere, and you'll meet someone who's fantastic or looks fantastic, is fantastic, and, like, fitted in for you, and or whatever the shit. But what I'm saying is, like, there's wonderful people everywhere, but it's definitely hard to make connections and shit. Mind you, let me just give some empirical shit. I've given my phone number to, like, maybe 15 different women in the past, like, 2 months. None of them have, actually one of them probably, I'll say one texted me, but, like, that's kind of, like, crazy to me, like, because I know, like, they probably weren't single, or at least that's what I thought. But, like, I just find it weird. Like, it's not like I'm giving them my number and expecting a date or expecting anything more. I'm just expecting, like, okay, I gave my number, would they hit me up? That's the test. That shows effort. And then, like, they hit me up, then I hit them up. So it's like penny for penny. And then that's how any sort of relationship builds. But, like, to get nada, to get nothing, it's like, damn, I must be, like, fucking frightening or something. But yeah, work, relationships, don't judge people. It's not easy. We need to be easier with one another. And also, like, calm down with your egos and shit. I don't know, these are just things I think about. I think about, like, homelessness for people a lot. I think about people struggling economically, because I think it's just fucking ridiculous. Like, the whole work culture shit is just so annoying, bro. It's like 1,000 years. I mean, I don't even want to talk about the past, because I don't know, I didn't live in the past, but unless my past lives did. But what I want to say on that is, it's just kind of like, I understand we need the 5-day work week and all that shit, but it's just so annoying. It's just so annoying. I don't fit into it, and, like, maybe I will one day, or maybe I won't, but I just feel like we should be, I think it's best to just be as real as possible. That's what I don't fuck with AI, by the way. Like, I don't understand why people are, like, using AI to don't use it for yourself. Like, if I understand if you want to like plug in some story and then create a cool AI video, like whatever, all right. But like, don't use AI filtering for your shit, like your own voice and your own face and shit. It's like, I mean, I guess like in certain circumstances, okay, for humor or whatever, but I'm coming in like to social media. My point is to be like real, because like I just want to be. That's just who I am. I'm just honest, genuine, authentic, real. That's just who I want to be. Fuck it. Like, I don't want to be anything else, to be quite honest. But yeah, I don't mean to be pessimistic, cynical. I don't mean to be sociopathic. I really do love people. I love society. I love nature. I love all the different life forms. But I just also think, like, let's just continue getting better at being better with each other and shit. Just be less judgmental, less of a fucker. You know what I mean? Like, if someone asks for something, like, be generous. Whatever happened to generosity? I fucking sweat generosity, because I know that shit is like, you know, when someone asks you for something, or like, you're never gonna see them again. Like, that's your soul's opportunity to be nice and shit. Like, stop thinking everyone's a fucking like threat or whatever. Like, people aren't, you can't default. You should always keep your guard up for sure, but you should never like default into thinking people are like, you know, threats and shit. But I don't know, it's just like there's so much surveillance. We're always watching each other and shit. Like, leave people alone if they're just chilling, like laying, sleeping, napping, meditating, whatever the fuck they're doing. It's like, why the fuck do you have to put your nose into what everyone's doing and shit? And then another thing is like people calling police very easily. It's like people just have this like trigger finger to call 911. It's like just because they were uncomfortable or some shit. It's like, get a fucking life, you know what I mean? Like, grow some fucking thicker skin. Like, don't be such a fucking pansy and shit. And like, also stand up for yourself and shit. Like, don't call the police just to have them do your dirty work and shit. I don't know what else to say. I can't sleep anymore. I don't like sleeping. This past 6 months, I've been like sleeping like legit 10 hours. I mean, I just kind of like work hard and then I crash. Work hard, then crash. I do healthy shit though. Like, I wake up, don't look at my phone, go for walks. I work out when I feel like I need to, which is about like, you know, I just go by gut feeling. That's how I live my life. That's why I never liked high school and shit and jobs and shit, because I just go by feeling and shit. Like, some days I want to be up at night. I know that made no sense. Some nights I want to be up. Some days I want to work out a bunch. Some days I'm just gonna fucking work on my work a lot. What else could I say? Yeah, I just go by gut feeling. Like, I just say what I want to people with, you know, with reasonableness and shit. Like, with reasonableness. Like, I don't want to offend people anymore, and I don't think I ever wanted to, and I don't think I ever meant to, but I'm sure it came off that way and shit, and I don't want to hurt people. I really don't. That's a huge life goal. It's like, I don't want to hurt people. I don't judge people. Like, everyone has their own unique pizzazz, and that's cool, and I don't want to bother people. I don't want to be in people's way. Is that what I'm going to call this video? I don't want to be in the way. That's why I don't want to apply. Also, applying for jobs is fatiguing as fuck, yo. Like, in the past couple years, I tried, and I think it's God's way of saying, like, focus on your books and shit. But for anyone out there, like, I understand how you feel with fucking applying and shit. Dude, to fucking apply to Walmart, you gotta do fucking surveys for like an hour, personality and psychopathic tests. And then I did that. I kind of like ran through them because I was like, I can't fucking deal this shit. Like, I'm gonna settle for Walmart? Yeah, right. I mean, I'll do it if I have to, no doubt. But I ran through them and then I failed. And they were like, sorry, you can't apply for however long. I'm like, damn, bro. Like, fucking Walmart and shit. You know, you got to take those tests, like, kind of seriously. But it's also like, why the fuck are we doing these lame... You know why? It's because corporate people with college degrees sitting in offices have nothing else to do but brainstorm about, how can we filter the best applicants from the pool of fucking people? People are fucking people, yo. Like, they just are fucking there. And, like, it's just fucked up, bro. Corporate really kind of pisses me off and shit. Especially with school and shit. I used to, like... I still teach and shit, whatever. I don't know. But, like, the admin and shit, they try and tell people, like, how to do their jobs and shit. It's like, people are smart enough, yo. They know what the fuck they're doing. They know what they like. I understand some oversight, of course. But it's just gotten to the point where it's, like... micromanaging, people breathing down your neck. They want to see everything that you're doing, so you got to just reproduce shit. That's just such time wasting, and it's just like, these people are very annoying. But I don't want to talk too much of nonsense here. Well, it's not nonsense. It's real shit people deal with every day. I just wouldn't give a fuck. I mean, I want to stay out the way and also give the least amount of fuck. But I'm also very grateful. Like, I don't want people to watch this video and be like, oh, this guy's a fucking prick or some shit. Like, I am very grateful. I'm grateful. I realize I should be filming horizontally, but whatever the fuck. I don't know what else to say. Life is great, but I also feel like, are we just planted here? Like, by aliens and shit? Because it's like, how the fuck is all this shit built? I'd never seen anyone working and building shit, but all of a sudden we have, like, fucking cities across, like, mega cities and bridges and all this shit, but I've never seen them being actually built. But that's also because I'm coming in late. Most of the shit was built by the turn of the century. But yeah, jobs are, like, annoying. Relationships are very annoying. Dating apps suck. I don't use them. I mean, you can to set up shit, and I guess it's, like, fine, but it's like, what? I gotta open up another fucking app for my dating life? Like, fuck that, yo. But again, a lot of people get work through friends and family, and they get relationships through, you know, socializing and shit. But if you're a loner, if you're an introvert, I'm kind of an extrovert, and I like to socialize as well, so I don't box myself into shit. But what else could I say, yo? I mean, life's great. Just leave people the fuck alone unless they ask for it. That's what I want to tell the police, security guards, Karens, anyone who's just fucking up people's asses. It's like, leave them the fuck alone, yo. Seriously. Leave people the fuck alone. If they want help, like, they're gonna come to you and shit. That's how I feel. I'm also learning language here. Like, I'm trying to learn, because I totally should have learned Spanish and Chinese earlier in life, but I'm trying to learn those and get, you know, some common phrases down. But it's also like, I also don't even like talking anymore. I mean, I love talking, don't get me wrong, to people and shit. But it's also like, body language is everything, and it's also, people are very fake with words. You know what I mean? Like, for example, you could be very generous with money, and then, like, as soon as you pivot or act authentically or, like, express true intent, then, like, someone can completely forget about any sort of generosity you've ever given them, and then just, you know, fuck you over or whatever. Just act like a complete asshole. It's like, damn, fuck words. Words, language, it's all overrated and shit. The true is like body language and shit. That's the real shit. That's how you really know someone's really real. Like, I have a quote here that says, like, a real friend is someone who hangs around, who doesn't want to leave your side. And that's so true. It's like, if you really fuck with someone or you fuck with something, like, you're just trying to be there and shit and support and do whatever you can. Like, you don't give a fuck. You're just trying to support, you know? And that's so true, because that's body language. Eye contact is good communication, but also could be like shyness. I understand that, but I'm just thinking, like, yo, like, don't be fake. Don't don't let money speak. Don't let words speak. Let your body language fucking speak. You know? That's some real shit, dude. Body language. I totally should have filmed this shit horizontally. I'm sorry. Fuck fake people. Fuck fakeness. Fuck you. Fuck me for being ever fake. Just the theme of fakeness is so shit, dude. It doesn't get you where you need to be. And I think, like, body language is so raw, dude. Like, it's just so raw. It's so true. You don't need to say shit half the time. And also, by the way, languages, like, it's great that we have languages, but just remember that this shit's made up. Like, like, don't be so prideful and shit. Like, we could just reinvent languages, and in 100 years, people are going to be speaking differently, yo. Like, I don't know what languages they'll be using. Maybe they'll be major languages only, or, like, whatever the fuck, but I don't know. Traveling, I don't know. I just want to stay the fuck out of the way. Like, I think, like, my goal is to print my books and sell them and shit, but sell them on the street and shit. But I'm thinking, like, if that shit don't work, and that's kind of how I feel like it has to work, I'll make it work. But if I don't make bills and I have to just continue doing, like, Uber Eats, like, that shit makes shit money. It's shit money. I mean, it's survivable money, but, like, you can't even rent a place. Like, you'll just be sleeping out of your car and shit. Which, by the way, people, you know, we we act like sleeping out of your car is, like, oh, this crazy shit. It's like, have you been to another country that's, you know, developing? Like, that people fucking sleep like that all the time and shit. In fact, that's a luxury. It is a luxury. I'm so grateful that I have my car, because I would not want to fucking sleep in someone else's home or in a homeless shelter. I love my independence. I don't want to sleep with other people if I can avoid it. Some shit like that. I'm gonna have to go to the library to post this shit. It's 28 minutes, but I hope that helps. And I think this video is just raw and good, because it's like, I share shit that, like, I hope, I mean, if you're feeling that way, it's always great to be like, oh, okay, at least other people are feeling that way. So, but yeah, I'll talk on women. Last topic, it's like, intimacy is important, okay? And, like, it's healthy too. And I feel, like, a little scared and unwanted and nervous and shit, because it's like, but at the same time, like, I don't know. You also have to love yourself, and, like, you're with God, and also, like, the energies of your mother and father are in you, coexisting, and, like, that's a love affair existing in you. And so, like, there is love within you. You know, love within you from your parents, and then love, even if they separated, I mean, I would hope they loved each other at one point. But God is also with you. So I'm not, like, nervous about lack of intimacy, but I feel like it makes life better. It's obviously just a very, very big decision. I'm not someone who wants to sleep around with 100 women. I don't like, I don't like it. It's not my thing to sleep around. So I'm a very like pure, or at least I want to be. Don't get me wrong, I've had relationships in the past, but it's like I don't want frivolous shit. I want a serious, committed relationship. So I'm just holding out, and it's been a long time that I've been in a relationship. Good luck, motherfucker.